Hey everyone, Andre from CFX Films here, and I just wanted to talk about another topic today. I've given a few of my opinions in previous videos. If you saw my high school ambition video or sort of my life story about how I learned to make video games, I wanted to not reiterate but build on things that I've said there and sort of what I've learned through the past few years. And I want to update you guys and just give you my thoughts and hopefully inspire you or give you some proper advice that you can use, especially if you're college age or high school or even middle school. Honestly, it should all be applicable. So just want to make a reminder that this is coming from someone who started programming at an early age. So I'm speaking from my experiences on what has worked for me in the past. Honestly, I think there's a massive benefit to starting programming, drawing, composing, writing, whatever it would be, all at an early age, because kids these days are growing up so fast in technology and being exposed to technology so much quicker that because of this, it's much easier to gain access and be familiarized with different gaming platforms and even understanding how technology is affecting your culture, whatever it may be. And honestly, I think this is a gift. I have several young cousins that are playing mobile games now and iPad games, and they started at, honestly, I think it was like the age of 2. And this wasn't even a possibility when I was that age. Children are playing games at a much younger age now and are familiarized and used to the screens already, far quicker than anyone in previous generations were. That's just a fact. Hopefully this will translate to understanding code at a younger age and applying critical thinking skills early on, rather than in some high school computer class or in college. While that isn't bad, it's just there are opportunities now where you can start sooner than that. And another benefit to starting at an early age is that you will be one step ahead in college. I can't even say all the times that I've talked to a college student or a recent graduate and heard the phrase, the first time I had ever made a game was in my senior year of college or something like that. And this honestly isn't a good start, because if you're going to get into your first year of college and you already understand programming, you're ahead of so many students. And it helps when applying to schools too, anyway. And if you manage to form a team while developing games at an early age, you gain practical and invaluable advice on working with others. I've discovered that communication is crucial to having a successful project, and honestly, that should be common sense. Look at any big successful project ever, and you notice that there's a lot of really good communication. All the best teams have very strong communication. Look at the NFL players, right? Football teams have insane amounts of communication and all the plays that they have to make, and they have to constantly be talking to each other back and forth, making sure everybody knows what's going on. And honestly, the more you work with others, the better you get at working with others, and the more prepared you'll be in college and in the workforce. I'm still learning how to manage teams. That's one of the skills I'm focusing on in my life currently, because I've only managed a max team size of 5 members, I think, and that was a challenge of its own. Now, there are several softwares that I would recommend for students and anyone who's looking to get into programming and game design. Alice, Unity 3D, Unreal 4, and probably GameMaker. Alice was developed by a team at Carnegie Mellon, and it's a program designed to help you learn the way functions cause objects to have behaviors, written in Java. So you'll learn the foundations of programming in a fun and interactive way. And contrasting that would be Unity 3D, which is one of the more popular free game engines out there, and I have plenty of tutorials, so you've probably seen them if you follow me. If not, subscribe. And Unity is a multi-purpose game engine that comes with, they have so many tutorials and countless pages of documentation, and they have a very active community too. I know the forums, I don't always find the answer I'm looking for, but they have a lot of stuff there that's very helpful. And it supports several coding languages too. Although recently they announced the discontinuation of JavaScript or UnityScript, so definitely focus on C# as your language to use if you're using Unity 3D. Plus, it's good with networking. And the Unreal Engine is the most powerful of the free game engines out there. It has a much steeper learning curve than Unity, but it has a blueprint system which sort of replaces the the line-by-line coding. And the least powerful of the 4 engines that I mentioned would have to be GameMaker, because GameMaker is not really restricted to 2D games, but it's definitely designed for it, and it has its own built-in physics engine, but it's hard to compete with Unity's 2D system now, because they've really made a robust 2D animator, and I highly recommend it. But like Alice, GameMaker lets you program your games using preset behaviors and different attributes that are highly customizable, so you don't have to write a single line of code, but it's still limited somewhat. So what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to learn every program that's out there, but just by familiarizing yourself with some of the industry standard techniques can go a long way when you're learning new software in the future. Well, there's always going to be a new program being released, and it's impossible to learn them all. So do your best with what you have and start training yourself now. I don't use most of the software that I learned when I was younger, but I know that the skill of learning a new tool stuck with me and is extremely helpful now, especially when the industry is changing faster than ever before. And just to summarize everything that I'm saying, you need to start at a young age. We have access to technology and resources that were not available for the previous generation. And take advantage of this as much as you can. Learn and practice the important skill of learning a new tool and try using it in game development, because that's honestly what I've been doing. And it's worked out so far. And as the industry is changing faster and faster, the sooner you get used to it and prepare yourself for it, the better off you'll be. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you got something out of this. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.